Welcome to another Cooking on the Block, and I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Today we're going to do the quintessential cutlet. You know, the chicken, the veal. But today we're going to use a pork cutlet, okay? It's going to be delicious. And then we're going to top it with, you know how like in the Italian restaurants they have the beautiful arugula with tomatoes to top your breaded cutlet? That's what we're going to do today. So we got to get started on our few components before this beautiful dish comes together. So we're going to start with our cherry tomatoes. I have them coated in olive oil, salt and pepper, and I have some thinly sliced shallots. And that's going to give it a nice sweet onion flavor, and that's what we're looking for. You could readily use red onions, some garlic if you like, but I chose the shallots. So we're going to pop them in the oven, and we're going to roast them till they get golden brown. Okay, and I'm going to set my degrees at 350, and we'll get it started. And we're going to give it about 20 minutes. We got our tomatoes going. Now I want another component for our beautiful dish, and it's a little bit of a reduction on the top of our lightly dressed salad that's going on top of our pork cutlets, okay? So, you know how like I showed you the balsamic reduction? Well, today we're going to use a sherry reduction, and it's the same deal. We're going to take some fresh orange juice over medium heat, some sugar, and you know I give you all the correct ingredients and the amounts on my website, and we're going to put about a half a cup of really good imported sherry vinegar, and I really stress I want you to get a good quality one, okay, because it will make a difference. And we're going to give it a little hit of maple vinegar, and that's readily found in a good grocery store in the gourmet aisle, you know, the gourmet section. You could use maple syrup if you don't have that, and just add it to your sherry vinegar. So we're going to reduce this down, and when we come back I'll show you how we prep our cutlets. Okay, so now what we're doing, we're prepping our pork cutlets, and as you can see I have a boneless pork chop here, okay? No, you know, there's no bones in it, so it's going to be really easy to slice in half. And just put your hand over the top, get a really nice sharp long knife, and voila. Okay, now I've started some already, and look how nice and thin we got it. Okay, because we're going to pound them. We want to get them as thin as possible. But you know what? I like, especially the pork, to keep it with a little bit of thickness. I think it keeps juicier. Okay? Very good. All right, now let me set this to the side, because now we're going to start breading them. And you know the dilly with that. You have your flour, you have your egg, and we're going to use flavored panko crumbs for an extra crunch. You can readily use, you know, the famous Italian style breadcrumb, but I like this. If you see it in the store, I urge you to try, because it's really good with seafood. Okay, gives it like a real light crispness. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to play in the sandbox here, and we'll finish dredging them all, and I'm going to start sauteing them up. Look how beautiful. Crusty, golden brown. The smell is amazing, and that took like 5 minutes per side, depending on how thick. You know, always use a tester, okay? Now they smell, you know, you could eat them just like this, on a roll, on a bread. Can't get better than that. All right, now I know you saw a good shot of the tomatoes, right? So now we're ready to compose our salad on to our pork. So let's do 2 on our plate, just to make it look pretty. Put this to the side. See how easy things come together if you have everything all ready to roll? So, now we're going to dress our salad. Now this is a typical French vinaigrette. It's olive oil, red wine vinegar, a little Dijon mustard, a little salt and pepper. Very straightforward. Okay, now we're going to add our shallots and roasted tomatoes. You you can, if it was the summertime and you didn't want to heat up your oven, just throw the tomatoes in raw. No problem there. Okay. Doesn't it look good enough to eat? Okay, you know what? I have to do a taste for salt. It doesn't need any, because we season as we go along, right? Okay, so now we take our beautiful composed salad, put it right on the top. I think I was a little too generous with that one. Okay. All right. And now for our little bit of sherry reduction. And I had that going while we had everything else going, and it did get nice and thick. And you know what? I'm just going to taste it. Oh, that's good. Guys, you got to try this. You know what? It gives it just gives it a spark of different flavor than the balsamic would. But it is so delicious. And then, of course, keeping with our Spanish sherry theme, I had some beautiful Manchego cheese, just to top it off. But you can use Parmigiano Reggiano. Okay, there, my friends, that are pork cutlets with the delicious arugula and roasted cherry tomato salad. Thank you for joining me. That was another Cooking on the Block, and I'm Chef Ellie Espo. Bon appetito.